All right, here we go. These are the new mounts that are being added in the new patch, okay? Here we go. And I'll shit on them if they're bad, but I'm not going to shit on them if they're not bad.
Hi, I'm Hazel, and today we're taking a look at the new mounts coming to WoW in patch 9.2. We've got 40 new mounts coming spread across about 10 or so different model types. You're going to notice that quite a few of these are...
Alright, that's not a good start.
Tagged as coming from a system called Protoform Synthesis. That is a new Zereth Mortis specific crafting system, kind of like Mechagon Tinkering.
So we got 10 new mounts.
You're going to collect materials in the new zone and then combine them to craft mounts. However, even though they are all crafted with materials that you can farm in the zone, the patterns for them may come from treasures, rares, Paragon caches, quest lines, any number of things. Just because it says Protoform Synthesis doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, although some of them certainly are going to be gimmies. The first model type that I want to show you is the Vombata, and we have 4 different colors of these. This is the Adorned Vombata from Protoform Synthesis. This gray and bronze color is the Curious Crystal Sniffer.
What the fuck is this? Bro, I don't even know what this is. This looks like some kind of shit that somebody paints when they're on acid. Like, what the fuck is this? I guess I know what its face is, but like, it looks like you took a fucking carving off the side of a Mayan, off of like a Mayan pyramid, and it's like, this is the animal that they drew, and you made it 3D and you put it in the game. This shit came straight off the Mayan calendar.
The dark one is the Darkened Vombata. All 3 of those are tagged as Protoform Synthesis.
Cool.
And then if you want one that is not Protoform Synthesis, you have the Heartlight Vombata. This is for getting exalted with the new Enlightened rep and will set you back 5,000 anima. Next up, we have the Proto-Stags, or the Servid mounts. And
so we got a new Tau book. What do y'all think about this one? I think this is all right. I mean, like, it's not... is it crazy good? No, it's not crazy good, but it's all right. Like, let's see what the different colors are, though. Like, I want to see different... Yeah, this one's all right.
And once again, 3 of these colors are going to come from Protoform Synthesis. This one is called Death Runner, the dark red with the white accents. The Pale Regal Servant is the same thing, but with a gray base. And then the Sundered Zereth Steed is going to be a darker color. One of the nice things about having multiple recolors for these Protoform Synthesis mounts is that if one of them happens to have like a really awful, obnoxious, hard to get pattern, chances are at least one of the other patterns is easier if you really wanted like a Proto-Stag. Finally, the 4th Proto-Stag is the Anointed Proto-Stag, and this is once again an Enlightened rep mount. This one comes earlier at Revered, 5,000 anima.
That's all right. I mean, 5,000 anima is not a whole lot of money either. Like, you make 5,000 anima in a day if you've got all the upgrades. Like, yeah, these are okay. These are all right. I mean, it's okay. It'd be $60 each. Like, PS1 graphics? No, it's PS2 graphics, let's be honest. The graphics on these mounts are not really that good, but we could just say that.
For this particular Servid mount. If you're after something a little spookier...
That's cool. I like that a lot. That's fucking badass. Like, this is a badass fucking mount. I like this one a lot. Like, straight up, this one's fucking cool. Like, this is cool. Now, it's obviously the skeleton of the, like the BFA hyenas, right? This is the exact same skeleton, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, it's all right. But it still looks cool. They really need new models? Well, I like this model. I think it's a good... I think this is good.
Or you've just been lusting after these ever since we saw them in the first patch. There are Maw Rat mounts coming in patch 9.2. There are 5 different colors of them. This one, the Colossal Ebon-Claw Maw Rat, comes from the Jailer's Gauntlet Layer 4. That is for completing the new Boss Rush mode of Torghast. You also have the Colossal Plague Spew Maw Rat dropping from a rare out in Zereth Mortis. The Colossal Soul Shredder Maw Rat is from the new Layer 16 Flawless Master achievement, so more standard issue Torghast for that. The Colossal Umbra layer.
Well, I like that. You actually have the gold one. Like, the gold one stands out, though. Like, the thing is, like, the gold one stands out, and, like, you can tell whenever somebody's riding the gold one that it's better. But, like, I've got to say, I'll say again, how much cooler would it be if there was only one and you only got it from Flawless Master? Like, in my opinion, there are 2 universes. It's either that mounts are really hard to make, because, like, what somebody said, remember what I always said about store mounts, how I didn't like store mounts, and then people say, oh, how long do you think it really takes to make a mount? And I say, obviously, it takes a fucking long time to make a mount, because if it didn't take a long time to make a mount, why the fuck do we keep getting a bunch of recolors? If it's so easy to make mounts and Blizzard just prints them out that easy, then why do we have all these recolors? Like, in my opinion, this is what I think really is the cock and the ass of these mounts, is that each mount denotes a different level of mastery of the game. So what was good about like Proto Drakes in Wrath of the Lich King is that every Proto Drake was really hard to get. Like, it was hard in a different way. Like, they were really rare. It was a green egg. It was super rare. Time Lost Drake was a rare spawn. The red one was hard to do because of all the dungeon achievements. The black one's hard to do. You had to get Immortal. Plagued one was Sartharian, 3 Drakes. Like, each one, except Bronze, there wasn't, but Bronze was not hard to get because it wasn't a Proto Drake. That shit was a Drake. It was not a Proto Drake. It's a different one. And so, like, all I'm saying is, like, so each one was hard to get, but, like, they were hard for, like, different things in the game. And the purple one you couldn't get at the beginning, right? But, like, playing the game a whole year was, you know, that it's in itself, it's its own achievement. But, like, what I mean is that, like, back in Burning Crusade, whenever you got exalted with the Netherwing, you got all the colors. Whenever you got exalted with the fucking Kernyi or the Maghar, you got all of the Talbooks. Whenever you got exalted with the Shatari Skyguard, you got all of the Nether Rays. I liked that a lot more because it meant that accomplishment, if you saw somebody riding that type of mount, you knew that they accomplished this thing. And the colors were really just recolors. Like, you basically had just recolors, but you were really only unlocking one mount, and you just unlocked a bunch of different colors for the mount. I prefer that to what they do now, where there's a bunch of different recolors of the mount, and you can get the recolor by doing X, Y, or Z. Like, I don't like that. I wish that you could just get all the colors from all the different colors from one activity, so each mount itself could have its own intrinsic sense of accomplishment. Flawless Master D's nuts. Yeah, I'm going to get Flawless Master.
16 Flawless Master achievements, so more standard issue Torghast for that. The Colossal Umbrahide Mawrat is a random drop from Torghast layers 13 or higher.
Fuck.
It makes a lot of sense that these are tied so closely to Torghast, since that is where you see the most Mawrats around. And then the Colossal Wraithbound Mawrat comes from a Mossborn supply chest, which is a chest you can find out in Zereth Mortis.
Okay.
Our next new mount model is here to answer the prayers of Hornet.
That's really cool. I hate wasps, but, like, straight up, this is really fucking cool. That's such a cool mount. I like that a lot. That's badass. This is a cool looking mount.
Lovers nationwide, there's got to be at least a couple of them, and that's the Vespoid mounts. This is the Bronzewing Vespoid, a Protoform Synthesis color of them. We've also got Buzz, a silvery purple one, also from Protoform Synthesis, with a very unique, interesting, and articulate mount description. The Forged Spite Flyer is a third color option, very similar to the first one, and then the Vespoid Flutterer rounds out the Hornets with a silver and, it's not really gold, I guess it's gold. It's not bronze. Brass?
That one looks all right, and again, like, this is fine. I guess I just like yeah, these are cool. Like, these are definitely fucking cool. I like these. 4 variations, why? No, the variations are not the problem. It's that having to unlock each variation independently is the problem. You understand? So, like, getting the mount is not bad. Having to get the mount and then you have to unlock the red one, which is way harder to do just because of what it is, that's what the problem is. BFA, B-mount skeleton? Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, sure, brass. No, brass is orange. Colors, Hazel, colors. Speaking of metallics, here are the much anticipated snail mounts. This is the bronze helicid from Protoform Synthesis.
These are cool. I actually like these, like, straight up. Like, these are fucking cool. Yeah, the snail mounts are badass. I like these a lot. I've got to figure out what this Protoform Synthesis thing is, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, it's not that bad. I love recolors. The thing is, though, is, like, the recolors are not the problem. Like, I think we can all agree that it would be really cool if every mount had, like, 5 different color variations and you could ride it based off of what color you want the mount to be. Like, that would be fucking cool. There's no... Yeah, I said it 3 times in a row. Yeah, I know. People just not getting it. The recolors are not the problem. It's that farming recolors is not content.
You also have one called Serenade, again from Protoform Synthesis, but this one in more of a classic gold shell.
Yeah.
I say classic as though that is the original snail shell color, you know, the one we've all come to expect. And for the third option, you've got the unsuccessful prototype Fleet Pod with more of a steel-colored shell.
I like that one a lot.
And that brings us to spiders. Zereth Mortis has both proto-spiders as well as mecha spiders.
Those are cool. Like, yeah, the spider is all right. I mean, I like that. Yeah, it looks pretty badass. Like, I don't think it's like, is this the coolest one? I feel like the snail is probably the coolest one that I've seen so far. I really like the snail a lot. The snail's fucking badass.
Mecha spiders will be able to fly. Nothing I've seen so far indicates to me that proto spiders would, but if they do, that's going to be remarkable.
Yeah, they made the spiders from, like, Mechagon and shit be able to fly too. because they're all the same model.
This is the Terracnid Creeper, another protoform synthesis mount. Our second color option here is called the Genesis Crawler, and you've also got the Ineffable Skitterer mount in case you wanted a red one. And then we've got this Xerath Mortis.
This is cool. This is actually really cool mount. I like this a lot. This is badass. There's a lot of actually good mounts here. Straight up. Yeah, isn't this? Yeah, this looks like a Protoss or something like that. A Phoenix? Yeah, it's like a Protoss NPC or something like that. It's badass.
Mortis seemed mecha spider with the carcinized Xerath.
Oh, the little fucking squares that are going up above you that are like pixels? That's cool too.
This is widely believed to be the ahead of the curve mount for the Jailer, so for defeating the Jailer on heroic difficulty during Shadowlands, this is going to be our new end of expansion AOTC mount. Yeah. Most likely. This thing does fly, and it's the flying animation on it that makes me think that maybe the regular spiders aren't gonna do this.
Oh, so their legs turn to the side and they fly? That's really cool. Damn, bro, like, that's actually badass. This is really, really well done. I like this a lot. Whoever made this should be like, yeah, you should be proud of yourself. Like, this is really cool. Straight up, this is awesome.
The mount special animation for it is also pretty cool, and I believe is shared with the earlier Mechagon Mecha Spiders, which will also be able to fly in 9.2. Next up, we have the Orlids. These are a new Xerath Mortis jellyfish.
The thing is, like, this is what I think a good example of a recolor, but it's so cool, it doesn't matter. Like, this is a recolor 100% from the jellyfish. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. It's just like the N'Zoth mount, it's just like the Cosmoth mount, it's just like the Hive Mind mount. They're all the same. A reskin? Yeah, well, whatever. This is super fucking cool, though. This actually looks really, really nice. Using a rig is fine, just make them really different. Exactly. I love this.
These are currently tagged as underwater only mounts, and I really hope that they decide to let them fly, or that I've misunderstood that they will be able to fly.
100%.
Because these are from some pretty serious meta achievements. This one is the Cryptic Orlid. This is the achievement mount for from Ada Xerath, which is the new Xerath Mortis Zone meta achievement. Yeah. There's also a recolor of it called the Shimmering Orlid, which is the Glory the Sepulchre Raider mount. And then there's one more color option with the Deep Star Orlid, which appears to directly drop from Hurricane, which is a Orlid rare out in Xerath Mortis.
See, like, don't you see, like, how that's like dumb is that, like, you get this mount right here for doing the Glory achievement, and I can guarantee you getting Glory of the Sepulchre Raider is harder than killing a rare spawn out in Xerath Mortis. Like, it's just so stupid. It's so dumb. Like, are you fucking kidding me, man? Like, oh wow, why is this even a thing? The rare is super rare? Who gives a shit, man? Like, it's just not the same level of difficulty. Like, it's not gonna be, oh, it's super rare. No, it's probably fucking not. Like, what you do is you just have characters that are on other realms that are dead, and then there are RP realms, and then you have mount communities in the game that farm them all the fucking time. Like, listen, people know how to just game this game so well now. Just wait for the group. It's going to pop up in Group Finder. Then you just tag it. It's really rare, and it requires you to fish it up and do a quest line. Yeah, but, like, don't you feel like that type of difficulty is, like, just totally different than the difficulty of, like, Glory of the Sepulchre Raider? Like, I don't know. I mean, you could say, like, maybe that's, like, a Proto-Drake situation, but I just can't ever see killing a rare spawn to be on the same level as getting a Glory achievement in a raid. Yeah, I just, yeah, it's just a Silent Glider level of rare. Yeah, it's not rare. Oh, shit. Sorry. Let me get this done.
Glory the Sepulchre Raider mount. And then there's one more color option with the Deep Star Orlid, which appears to directly drop from Hurricane, which is a Orlid rare out in Xerath Mortis. It would surprise me if the Zone meta mount and the Raid meta mount are both underwater only mounts, especially because this is not Najatar, and to my knowledge, we can't fly those out in Xerath Mortis. But we'll see. They are jellyfish, so perhaps maybe they're just for the sea.
Who knows?
Next, we have the Proto-Wolves that have drawn so many Nintendo comparisons. This is the Heartbond Lupine, a protoform synthesis mount. It is the only Proto-Wolf that I've been able to find in 9.2 so far, aside from the Vicious War Stalker, which is a data mined only vicious mount, not in the mount journal, likely for a future PvP.
I don't know, guys. Like, it's okay. I don't know. This one doesn't really excite me a lot. Am I crazy? I think it looks okay, but like I don't see this and I don't think to myself, wow, this is awesome. I really want to have this.
Season within patch 9.2, but not the first one. We'll get there. The next category I would like to title as Big Birds. We've got 3 of them. They are all protoform synthesis mounts. This is the wrap.
I really like this one. I actually really like this mount. I think this mount is super cool. It's like a badass looking eagle. It looks like your character actually sits on it properly. It's got the big feet. It's not like a, what do you call it? It's not like a griffin. Like griffins are kind of like a little bit weird, right? This is an American bald eagle, exactly.
Taurus
this is America.
We also
mount.
have the mod-adapted Raptora for a more colorless look, monochrome,
yeah,
black
that's
and white.
Awesome.
Spooky. And then we've got the Desert Wing Hunter for the 3rd one.
Yeah,
the mount journal doesn't exactly show very well how long the tail feathers are on these things. I promise you, they're long. I don't think that's going to make any difference to your decisions, but I just wanted you to know. Next, it is Toad time. We have 4 different proto-toads available from Zereth Mortis. This is
I don't really care a lot about the toads. I think that we got enough toads in BFA. Like the toads are okay. The birds are like, in my opinion, an 8 or a 9 out of 10. The toads are like a 4. That's a toad. I mean, who gives a shit? It's like we've had enough of those. Like a toad is like a mount that you put in the game once.
The gold-played Buffonid, the patient Buffonid, the prototype Leaper.
Wait.
This is the gold.
Bufo is the rare spawn toad in Timeless Isle. Bufo D's nuts. Yeah, that's what y'all said every single time I killed him back in the day, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Bufo. Yeah, what the fuck?
Gold-played Buffonid, the patient Buffonid, the prototype Leaper, and the russet Buffonid. If you wanted one that looked a little bit more, I don't really violent, that much. Have the Vicious War Croaker. This one's a little more similar to the Arden Wheel toad mount that we already saw, but with...
I think this mount sucks dick. Yeah, I think it sucks. I don't like it. It's just... I don't know, it's just boring to me. It just looks like the Arden Wheel toad. Yeah, just like what she said. It's the Arden Wheel toad, but it's just retooled to look like it's for the Alliance. Like, you know what I want? I want a new updated horse that doesn't look like it got designed by a 14-year-old that likes spikes. Because the horse that we have right now for Alliance is so fucking garbage. Like, I want an actual, real, cool-looking Alliance horse.
Faction-themed armor, this is of course going to be the first season's Vicious mount. Speaking of seasons, we've got a couple of miscellaneous mounts to wrap things up with. Check out the Waste-Warped Deathwalker. This is the Keystone Master mount for Season 3 of Shadowlands.
See, this is, in my opinion, another way that you can do a recolor and have it be okay. Like, this is a really cool-looking mount because the colors look really good. Like, recolors, again, are not fundamentally bad, but, like, sometimes they're just so lazy, they barely even change the color palette. Reskin of Season 1? Yeah, and Season 2 is a reskin of Season 1, too. Like, they're all the same. But, like, this one looks really cool. Yeah, this one's way cooler.
And it is red.
The Gladiator mount sucks.
The Venthyr purists have got to be happy about this.
Yes.
This one will go with your Venthyr mod.
Yes.
This is going to come from achieving a Mythic Plus rating of at least 2,500 in Shadowlands Season 3, which is up from 2K. However, keep in mind you are going to have both wings of Tazavesh to help you boost that score. Yeah. We've also got the Zereth Overseer. This is the only mount of this model that we've found so far, and this drops from the Jailer on Mythic difficulty in the new raid. They are describing this thing as a construct of the first ones that flies on a...
This is a really cool mount. I like this mount a lot. Yeah, this is amazing. The reason why I like it, what I like it most about it is how, like, the two, I guess, like, power things, I don't know really what these are, the two of these, they move up and down. Like, look at this, watch.
A graceful stream of perfect geometric
That's so
understanding,
fucking cool.
Whatever that's supposed to mean. Finally, another one that they do not put in the mount journal because they are nice and...
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, I think this one is such trash. Like, this is the new Gladiator mount. I think it's such trash, man. Like, they could do such a better job to make it more vibrant and more colorful. Like, you go and you look at, like, this mount. Like, this mount pops out. Like, you see that mount and you're like, oh shit, there it is, right? If you see this mount, it's like, oh wow, I guess it's kind of red. Oh, yeah, I see, yeah, it's red, I guess. Yeah, it's just fucking garbage. I don't know. Like, it's just, yeah, it's just fucking garbage. Mom's Moment, thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs. I appreciate that. I will say, though, Blizzard, this is the first time ever that Blizzard has added into the game a gladiator mount that has an exclusive model. The Nether Drakes, there were regular Nether Drakes. The Frostworms, there were Frostworms from ICC. The Cataclysm Drakes were just the Twilight Drakes from Sartharian. The Mists of Pandaria, what do you call it? The Cloud Serpents were just Cloud Serpents. The Gronlings from WoD were just Gronlings or other Gronlings. What do you call it? The Armored, what do you call it? Like a fucking, like, what are those things? What are those things? Storm Drakes. Storm Drakes were just Storm Drakes with extra armor on them. There are no other mounts in the entire game that are the same as this.
Journal because they are nice enough to not taunt us with it. This is the Cosmic Gladiator Soul Eater, which is the new Gladiator mount for Shadowlands Season 3. You can earn one of these by reaching the 2400 rating in 3v3s in Shadowlands Season 3 and then staying there for 50 wins, or earning 50 wins at or above that rating. It's a long shot for most people, including me, but it's pretty cool if you ask me. So those are the new 9.2 mounts. I am particularly excited for the Snail, of course, and then after having looked at them again, I'm increasingly excited for the Vespoid mounts. We're going to get Flying in Zereth Mortis relatively early, and I can definitely see myself buzzing around the new zone on one of these. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.
So I'm going to go and look at a few of these here and talk about which ones I like, which ones I don't like. I think this mount is just like a solid fucking L. This mount's fucking terrible. It's awful. I hate it. I just think it's probably one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life. This one right here is kind of cool. I think it's decent. It's well designed. It's interesting. It stands out. So I like that. I really like these mounts. I think this one's probably one of my new favorites for the actual recolors. I think this is a very, very nice looking mount. And like even these look really good. They match with the Sanctum of Domination gear. These are great. And also like the Wasp mounts. As I said, I hate Wasps, so I'm a little bit biased against these. But I can admit and I can acknowledge that these actually do look quite cool. And let's go back. Yeah, they've got recolors as well. And the snail mounts are great. Like, I love the snail mounts. They're really cool. Like, the eyes that move around, everything like that. These are really cool, too. I like these, too. Spiders are... The spiders look okay. Make sure
Nothing I've seen.
Yeah, there we go. The spiders look okay, but they are just, again, spiders. I would say, like, out of all of the other mounts, these are definitely on the weaker side, but I still do like them. And especially, I feel like this one right here, the Proto Spider, I wasn't really completely sold on this. I thought it was cool, but the fact is that, like, the way it flies, look at this. And it does, like, spins like a fucking TIE fighter in Star Wars. Like, that's so cool, man. Like, this is actually a badass looking mount. And let's see what the other ones are. The Jellyfish. Again, Jellyfish is pretty cool. I like this mount a lot. It's very well designed. It's transformative from the original skeleton, so that's a good thing for sure. You've got this wolf here. I really don't care about the wolf. I think it's boring. This, I actually feel like this is the sleeper mount. This is the mount that's actually super fucking cool, but people don't put enough respect on it. Like, this mount is badass. This is big. It is big. You're right. This is fucking awesome, man. I love these. And let's see, what are the other ones here? Oh yeah, I don't care about the toads at all. I think the toads are super fucking boring. This mount right here, again, is just really cool, but it is a recolor, so I know some people are frustrated about that. I really like this one, though. I think it's the best version that we've had. And the Jailer Mythic mount, I think, is awesome as well. Yeah, I actually think the Jailer Mythic mount is really, really cool. And it's completely unique. Well, actually, it's not. Like, you can clearly see what this is, right? This is just like the Mechagon mount. Like, it's the Mechagon mount. The one that you get from, like, a hard mode Mechagon. But it's just completely different, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, it's badass. Let's see, what's the last one? The Gladiator mount. Again, I think the Gladiator mount is, like, a huge L. I feel like they could have made it much more vibrant, stand out much more. I feel like the Gladiator mounts are really cool this expansion, but we haven't had... I don't know. I feel like Blizzard just completely shit the bed with Gladiator mounts the past two expansions. They're fucking garbage. Like, the BFA ones were like... There was like 2 of them that were good, and we had 5. And they even had better versions in the game files, and they chose not to use them for some unknown reason. I really have no idea. But yeah, I think my favorite mount out of all of these might just be the bird. Like, it could very well be the fucking bird. Or I'm just thinking about it, just looking down the list. Yeah, I really do like the Big Bird. Future content's the reason? No, they'd never introduced gladiator mounts later on as like ways that you could get them outside of just doing gladiator at that season. You like it because it looks most like Chocobo? Well, no, that's not why. I think I like it because I just think it looks really cool, and it's a huge mount. It flies around. It's just really interesting. Yeah, I like it a lot, man. And I think that what I want to do is I want to try and I want to do the stories. That's the thing, is I want to do the story of the game. I think that'll be fucking hilarious. Okay, link the video? Yeah, I'll link the video again. This is a video done by Hazelnutty Games. She actually has been on Allcraft before. Pretty much all my viewers like really liked her a lot, and it was actually one of the better episodes of Allcraft that we had. So yeah, if you like WoW content, she has like really short and to-the-point videos. Like, not a lot of bullshit, not a lot of, well, you know, or whatever, or anything like that. Like, she's got very short, to-the-point videos for not only things like this, but also for things like raid guides, etc. So, yeah, a little bit of advice there.